you build business credit without using your personal credit? Well, that's exactly what I'm about to decode for you right now today. By the end of this training, you're going to know how to build a business credit profile and score that gives you unlimited access to capital without using your personal credit to do it. No personal credit check, no inquiries, not based on personal credit quality, and how to do all this without personal liability, without attaching a personal guarantee. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So first of all, it's absolutely possible. As a matter of fact, it's suggested that you get business credit without personal credit being attached. The reason that lenders and credit issuers ask you for personal guarantees and personal credit checks is because your business just can't stand on its own. And that's really what business credit will help you do. By building a business credit profile and score, you're basically creating a credit history for your business where your business can stand on its own. And when your business can stand on its own, there's all kinds of credit and financing the business is then able to obtain without you coming in as a signer. And when you're not the signer, your personal credit doesn't matter. You're not personally liable for business debts. You're not attaching a personal guarantee or allowing a personal credit check. But now that we know it's possible, how do we get there? Well, it really starts with building a business credit profile and score. And this is something you have to do intentionally. Here's what I mean by this. If I go to buy something at Target right now, a big TV, and I go to check out, they're almost always going to offer me a 20% discount or whatever the discount may be if I get their credit card. And if I take that offer and I get a Target credit card, I know that credit card is going to report on my personal credit reports. I just know it. But in the business credit world, it's not that way. You see, 90% of vendors, 90% of those that will issue your business credit don't actually report that credit to a business credit reporting agency. So what happens to us in the business world is that we think we have business credit because we're taking out loans and credit lines and credit cards, but those lines, loans, and credit cards oftentimes don't report to a business credit reporting agency. So even though people are extending us credit, that credit never reports, and though that leads us to think that we have a credit profile when we don't. So the very first thing you want to do is check your business credit reports and scores. Now you can go to creditsuite.com/monitoring to take a look and see, do you even have any business credit established? The vast majority of people that come to me and say I have bad business credit don't have any business credit at all to begin with. So that's the very first thing is that, do you have business credit now? Where are you starting from? Next thing you want to do, you want to start building business credit. And the easiest way to do this is through starter vendors. Don't get me wrong, there's actually two ways to do it. I'm going to disclose both of them to you right now. And by the way, if you want to follow along, you can grab our step-by-step business credit building guide that's been downloaded over 1 million times at creditsuite.com/EIN. Okay. So the most popular way to build business credit initially are through what are called starter vendors. Now, starter vendors are unique for two different reasons. First of all, they'll give you credit when you have none. And secondly, they report that credit to the business credit reporting agencies. So what happens is you have a vendor like Uline, for example, or Granger, for example. Those are my two favorite. So they will give you credit when you have done, and they report that credit to the business credit reporting agency. So all you have to do to be able to start building initial business credit is that you actually want to come in and you want to go to some of these starter vendors like Uline, like Granger, go find things you want, put it in your cart, go to checkout, set up an account. And when you do this, they'll give you an option like Invoice Me. And then you can choose that Invoice Me option. They will ship the products to you without you paying. And then ultimately, they're giving you terms like net 30, net 45. They'll typically send you a letter in the mail or an email to give you an idea of the terms. So now I have my first starter vendors. I found things I want to buy. I use their credit to buy it. Now I want to wait till those items ship. Very important. It won't be considered credit if we pay before the item ships. So we want to wait till the item ships, then we want to pay that bill as soon as we can thereafter. Look, your business credit scores are based on how you pay your bills. So the first goal is for us to get credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies and pay it on time or early. And that will not only establish a credit profile for us, but it'll also establish a business credit score. Now, once those accounts report, Experian and Equifax will immediately create a business credit report and score for us. We can go to their credit monitoring and we'll access those actual credit reports. Now, Dun & Bradstreet requires 3 accounts reported to them and that you have your DUNS number before they will create that business credit profile and score. So before you see anything on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report, you need to make sure you have your DUNS and 3 accounts reporting to them. So now we've got our starter vendors. And by the way, I did skip a step intentionally in this training. This step is actually called fundability. It's how to set up your business the right way to make sure that you can get those starter vendors. So feel free to go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/credit suite and just search fundability. You'll find our video training where I walk you through everything to do with fundability. And by the way, if you want a free resource, you can go to creditsuite.com/foundation. And at creditsuite.com/foundation, you can get my 100% free mini course, which is a 3-video course that walks you through everything you need to know to set up your fundability. So make sure you set up your fundability before you even start applying for credit, or you're never going to get approved. Now, we've got our fundability set up, and we've got some starter vendors. Now, the other option outside of starter vendors is a program called Credit Line Hybrid. And you can apply for Credit Line Hybrid at creditsuite.com/CLH. So with Credit Line Hybrid, you're using good personal credit and personal guarantees to get credit cards that actually report to the business credit reporting agencies. So these are actually credit cards you can take the cash out of at 0%, which is why they're called Credit Line Hybrid. It's kind of a hybrid between credit cards and credit lines, the best of both worlds for both of those types of financing. So with Credit Line Hybrid, you need to have good personal credit, or someone around you does. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a potential investor. But either way, whoever is being the signer has to be a signer, has to provide a personal guarantee, has to have 680, 700 type credit scores without any really derogatory items over the last couple years that are major accounts outside of medical on your credit report. If you have that or someone around you has that, then you want to check at creditsuite.com/CLH. You can usually get 50, 100, even 150,000 in real business credit cards and lines, and you're building your business credit at the same time. So you're getting these high limit lines, they report on your business credit reports. That will help you build initial business credit as well. Look, it doesn't matter which path you choose. It comes down to, do you have good credit, or someone in your corner has good credit, and do you want money right now? Well, if so, then you want to go Credit Line Hybrid. If you say, look, I want to do this without personal guarantees, without personal credit checks right from the beginning, then you want to go starter vendors. No matter which path you choose, the goal is to have about 5 accounts on your business credit reports. Once you get 5 accounts in your business credit reports, well, congratulations. You now have an established business credit profile. You now have established business credit score. And what that will allow you to do is start qualifying for more and more credit. So now we can start to move into retailers. And retailers are like, stores that sell like the stuff that we buy, like Amazon and Walmart. For example, Home Depot, Lowe's, Staples, Office Depot, Nordstrom, Macy's, Best Buy, John Deere. I mean, you name it, there are all kinds of retailers out there, and they almost all offer a corporate credit card without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. Here's the catch. The catch is that every one of those retailers wants to see that you have an established business credit profile and score before they'll give you credit. Now, some will approve you for a credit card if you have 3 accounts in your business credit report. Some require 7, some require 10 or 14. But the more accounts you put on your business credit reports, the more of these tiers of credit become available. So ultimately, if you have like 14 accounts in your business credit reports, like every major credit card issuer will approve you for credit. Like you can get Visa cards, MasterCards, you can get American Express cards, you can get, which is called what we call universal credit cards you could use anywhere. We can get credit at almost every major retailer. Yes, like I said, even at Nordstrom and Macy's, to show you like that almost all retailers offer this kind of credit. And we're also even able to get auto financing at this point with 14 accounts on our business credit reports with Toyota and GM and Ford, all without personal guarantees and, again, without personal credit checks. So what we want to do is we want to start with these starter vendors or Credit Line Hybrid. We want to move on to retail credit. Somewhere in between, if we're in the transportation business, we have a car that needs fuel, we can get fuel cards with about 5 to 8 accounts on our business credit reports as well. We want to continue to get credit, use the credit, pay the bills on time or early. And when we get to the end of the process, which is about 14 accounts, then we can get to that universal credit. Then we can get to auto financing without personal guarantees and credit checks. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't stop here. Just like consumer credit, you never stop building business credit. You want to continue to get loans and credit lines and credit cards that report on your business credit reports. And the more types of credit, the more financing shows on your business credit report, the deeper and bigger this credit report becomes. And the deeper and bigger it becomes, the more types of loans and credit lines even become available without personal guarantees and without personal credit checks, which means, again, your personal credit's not even a factor into the decision. And then you're at the end. At that point, as you continue to grow a large, successful company, more and more lenders and more credit issuers will start to give you money without the personal credit requirements because they don't need your personal credit when your business credit means your business can stand on its own, right? If somebody's going to lend your business money, what they really care about is your business's likelihood to repay them, not you personally. So once you establish this deep history of your business paying back its bills as agreed, lenders and credit issuers really don't want to see your credit as much. They don't really care about it. They want to see the business's credit, and the business can stand on its own. Now, at this point, your business can really get unlimited access to capital using this credit profile and score because there's no limit how many credit cards you can go get. I can go get Home Depot, Lowe's, Staples, Best Buy. I can get HP, Dell. I get all that today if I want. Inquiries don't hurt me in the business credit world. And the more I'm using this credit, the higher and higher and higher my limits will get. And this is why we have clients that surpass $1 million in business credit in like a year and a half, sometimes even less, because they're getting credit they need. They're using it to grow their business. They're paying it back as agreed. And then that's getting them higher and higher and higher limits as they continue to get more and more credit. And you have it. That's exactly the step-by-step process to be able to get business credit where personal credit doesn't matter, where it's not even looked at, where it's not even a factor in the actual decision. Now, don't forget, grab our step-by-step business credit building guide that maps all these steps out for you. And also even gives you vendors to help you build business credit. You can grab that at creditsuite.com/EIN. Hey, did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for our next training. We're talking about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.